I saw in there?
What?
I saw a little very nice jacuzzi with no sign of a rubber ducky anywhere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
What?
I might lose my tiger. You think my tattoo will come off in there?
I think I'll risk it.
You know what?
What?
There's a couch right here. No rubber duckies, no stuffed dinosaurs, no toys of any kind.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think it's good.
When's Julie due?
In about an hour.
That'll do it. No, I know.
I was supposed to have dinner uptown with Barbara and Hal, but I could just call him and explain to him that I feel like
Julie, I really don't want you to change your plans, really.
Well, I don't mind, Emma. And I know Caleb would want me to be here with you, especially since he can't be.
Well, I'm really fine with Angel and Seth. I am. Thank you.
That was Ellie on the phone. She's up in Albany on some business, but she's coming down tonight, so she'll be here for the memorial service tomorrow.
I really appreciate you making all these calls. I just wasn't up to it. And there's so many of Ned's friends that I haven't even met.
Well, you'll get a chance to meet some of them at the service tomorrow, and I know they'll be really happy to get to know you a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for everything. Thank you.
I hope I get finished with the shoot in time to make it to the service. If I don't, will you explain it to Debbie for me?
Sure.
Okay, great. I want to try to stop by and see her on my way back to Oakdale. Tell her how sorry I am about her dad.
It's Ramon. For you.
Maybe it's about the children.
I'll be downstairs.
Ramon, I told you not to call here.
World turns. Brought to you today by Duncan Hines, helping you bake your moist, delicious best.
How do you make the moistest cake? You could bake an ordinary cake and drench it, douse it, drizzle it, or bake the yellow cake famous for moistness. Duncan Hines Moist Deluxe. With moistness you can see here, here, and especially here. It's moister than any leading brand. How moist? Don't take our word for it. Take theirs. And wait till you taste the new caramel cake and frosting, one of the many new flavors from Duncan Hines.
Where can I find clearer, radiant, younger-looking skin? Right beneath the skin I have.
Introducing a new dual-action hydroxy complex. Hydroxy Renewal Cream from Oil of Olay. Action 1 exfoliates dull, dry, older surface skin. Action 2 nourishes with Olay moisture, improving clarity, reducing the look of fine wrinkle lines.
Younger-looking skin isn't hard to find. You just have to know where to look.
Oil of Olay Hydroxy Renewal Cream.
You're looking at processed hair, dry, damaged hair, baby fine hair. You're looking at the healthy, shiny results of using one of the new line of Pantene Pro V treatment conditioners every day. Pantene Special Pro Vitamins improve hair deep down. So now with all you do to your hair, you can make it healthy, shiny Pantene hair. The new line of Pantene Pro V treatment conditioners for hair so healthy it shines.
Get the hair you were meant to have.
Oh, well, honey, how sweet of you to call. Yeah, well, I'm sure we will have a wonderful shoot. Yes, he is here with me, but not for the shoot. He's here in a little police business. Yes, they are. They're Lily and Damien are in Malta. I think you should give them a call. Yeah. I'll talk to you later, honey. Yeah, thanks for calling. I love you. Bye, Paul. You're terrible.
Goodbye.
He says he's having a good time.
Yeah, well, I understand they do that in Monte Carlo. I also understand they do that in New York hotel rooms.
I think you're right. If that's Julie, she's very early.
Very, very early.
Barbara Ryan?
Flowers? Yeah, sure. Stick them right here. Thank you. Hey. Hang on one sec. You get change?
Of course.
No, never mind.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Aren't these pretty? Wonder who they're from? Franco.
Oh. What a guy.
He says he can't be here for the shoot, but because he has business in Italy, but he knows the Biaro summer collection will be as successful and elegant as the beautiful woman who designs it.
An incredibly slimy guy hitting on my wife from across an ocean.
Oh, honey, for Pete's... What?
Well, now that Franco has successfully shattered the mood, I think I'll try Debbie Simon again.
Oh, hell, for Pete's sakes, you already called her. You left a message. Let her call you back.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, I've been trying to reach her for a long time. She obviously does not want to talk to me.
Well, I can't imagine her not wanting to discuss Link Lafferty. It was probably a pretty unhappy chapter in her life.
I think it's a little bit more than that.
I know you don't think that she killed him, but because she was in New York, among other things.
Yeah, but, Barbara, I mean, she may know something. There's a lot more to this than meets the eye. I mean, when I talked to Ned, I told him I wanted to talk to Debbie about the case. He got very upset. He told me to leave her alone.
He was probably being very protective of his daughter.
Yeah, but maybe a little bit too protective. And Debbie has a red car. The hooker said she saw a red car leaving the motel right after Link was shot.
Okay.
Okay. Damn answering machine. Why isn't she picking up?
What are we going to tell people about Debbie not being at the service tomorrow?
Well, she may be there. I mean, her doctors might think it's a good idea. Let's just wait and see what Valerie says when she gets back.
Lord, I don't envy Valerie today having to tell this to Debbie. Hey, a new book. Who's going to finish editing it now that Ned can't?
Oh, Mama, I don't think you have to worry about that.
He left so many things unfinished.
Yeah, but he left things right with you, didn't he?
He tried to write me a message before he left, but all he could manage to write was L for love.
Would you believe Ron Gillette just tracked me down here? I think I might go ahead and have dinner with Barbara and Hal, seeing as that was just the excuse I gave him why I can't see him tonight.
As you like. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
That may be.
Probably Valerie's.
Valerie, come back. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Hello, Valerie.
Hello, Valerie.
Hey, Seth.
Fine. And you?
I'm fine. You remember Julie, my sister-in-law?
Yes.
I'm
Hi,
so
Julie.
sorry about Ned.
Well, thank you.
Where's Debbie? Did she come with you?
Oh, she's at my apartment. She wasn't feeling well enough to come.
Oh.
Julie, here's your coat.
Thanks.
And would you give our best to Barbara and Hal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Valerie?
Will you tell Debbie that I will call her? I want to see her before I head back to Oakdale.
Bye.
Bye. Good luck at the shoot tomorrow.
Thanks. Get some sleep.
Okay.
Well, did you tell Debbie about Ned?
Oh, yes. I spoke to her doctor first, and, how did she take it?
Craig? Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I told him not to call here.
The children all right?
Yeah, they're fine.
Why did you think Ramon would be calling about our children?
Because I asked him to look in on them while I was away.
You know, next time, I think we can leave that job to their nanny and our rather extensive household staff, okay? I don't like the idea of my wife's lover checking in on my kids.
No, please, don't call him that. I told him it's over.
Yeah, why is he calling here?
Because Mother called him. Craig, listen to me. I told him that we had had a long talk, honest, about everything. And I told him just now how desperately
I want our marriage to work.
If you really mean that, you'll have nothing to do with him ever again.
That's impossible. He is the president of Montega. I report directly...
There you are, my darlings. Oh, what a day. Rosa is indisposed, don't ask. So I've taken upon myself the liberty of making a reservation at the Falcon Club. Is that okay?
Sounds great. I think we could use, fresh air. Get out of here. Hmm?
Well, it's decadent, but it's fun, darling. It's fun. You can misbehave, and then we'll have something to tell my grandchildren about.
I can't go out there. The pollen will be worse. I gotta need this job. My eyes are itchy. I'm stuffed up. I'm desperate.
With a leading allergy brand, you'll still be stuffed up, but with new Dayquil, you won't. New Vicks Dayquil Allergy. More medicines for more complete relief than the leading brand.
What a day.
New Dayquil Allergy. The anytime stuffy nose, sneezing, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes so you can taste the allergy season medicine. And new Children's Dayquil Allergy.
You know, people who start chewing Freedent because it won't stick to most dental work keep chewing it because it tastes great. That's why they stick with the gum that won't. Non-stick Freedent, the perfect gum for almost perfect teeth.
Corning announces the White Sale. Incredible prices on an incredible selection of white Corningware, Corel, Pyrex, and more. After all, when Corning has a sale, the sky's the limit. The Corning White Sale. Hurry in today before everything's gone tomorrow.
At Hillshire Farm, we know that company's not always expected, but good food is. So serve the unexpected. Hillshire Farm Little Smokies, fully cooked for delicious appetizers in minutes. Their unique snappy bite bursts with flavor.
Smokies!
Light Little Smokies. Surprise! Taste the difference when it comes from Hillshire Farm.
Making pictures together in the morning, sharing secrets in the afternoon. Maggie Doodle's your child's best friend. With her real Magna Doodle always there, they'll want to play together all day long. Doodling together, having fun like best friends do. Just like Maggie Doodle's pal, Magna Doodle Dan. And with no pieces to lose, it's a friendship that'll last. Maggie Doodle and Magna Doodle Dan. Everything a best friend should be.
Self-defense or murder?
White cops, black suspect.
What if you had to decide?
The kid will kill again.
James Earl Jones in an all-new Picket Fences tonight.
Oh, no, I didn't order that. It's on the house. Compliments of the manager.
Oh. Well, what's this for, Lamar? April Fool?
Oh, no. I just wanted to say thank you for what you did for my sister. Well, just told me you decided to give Duncan a divorce.
Well, you're welcome. I was just sitting here thinking how wonderful it feels to be so unselfish. Get out of everybody's way. Maybe I'll just disappear into the sunset or the woodwork or something.
Look, you are a very classy lady. Things are going to work out for you.
Listen, Lamar, I want to give you a little bit of advice. Don't ever fall in love. I mean, maybe a little, you know, one night. But not for real. Because if you do, and you lose that person that you're in love with, you won't have anything left. Nothing at all.
Well, Holden, I'm glad you thought of this. Otherwise, I'd be home watching my life on the evening news right about now.
I know this is very hard for you, but let me tell you this. As soon as this thing goes to trial, you are going to be acquitted.
Well, if I could just get you on the jury. So what did you want to talk to me about?
My job. It won't be long before Lily tells Damien that she wants a divorce and comes back here to me. Obviously, it would be a very good idea if I continue on at Walsh Montgomery. Damien may pull the Kingsley Malta account, so I think now would be a good time for me to resign.
Oh, no, why? Why don't we see what happens first?
I already know what's going to happen. She's going to divorce him as soon as he's recovered. And I don't want to be a liability, especially after everything you've done.
Good evening.
Oh, hello, Eduardo.
I just spoke with Damien. He's, of course, very tired after his journey, but he and Lily are very happy being back in Malta. He asked after everyone here, and I assured him everything is under control.
Now I remember why I didn't want to come here. Just what I needed, a reminder of how bad I blew it with Julie. Where's the hostess?
Of course, it was probably just what you said. You know, you're feeling only because it was Neil's birthday. Julie, listen, she made you feel better. You just misread her speech.
Went back the next morning, tried to apologize. She didn't want to have anything to do with me. So, I've lost the only friend I ever had in this damn town. Let's sit down.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have I told you how gorgeous you are tonight? Wow.
Thank you, dear brother.
My sister.
Ah.
What would you like to drink?
Glass of Chardonnay, please.
Be right back. And for you, sir. A glass of Chardonnay, and I think I'll have a Dubonnet.
Hey. Hey.
Well, what is a gorgeous girl like you doing all alone in a place like this, to coin a phrase?
Trying to get used to the idea. You see, I'm about to be divorced.
Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and...
I usually buy a Post Raisin Bran. They say it's premium. Total Raisin Bran? Never heard of it before. The raisins are big. Tastes good.
Wow, look at this. Total Raisin Bran's got 100% of all these vitamins and minerals.
Post Raisin Bran, nothing. Not even close. This is the primo stuff.
Total Raisin Bran. The Raisin Bran with the total difference.
All the vitamins and minerals, and it tastes good. Can I keep this?
In an emergency, reaction time is critical. So when one of these volunteers gets a...
No, I don't think we should if you plan to make your flight to Santo Domingo. Anyway, we said we wouldn't avoid Shannon.
Hey.
Hey.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming tonight?
Because it was a last-minute thing. Duncan has to fly to the Dominican Republic tonight.
Hey, you're not wasting any time. I'm glad for the both of you.
Thank you.
So, when are you and Duncan going to the Dominican Republic?
Oh, we're not. Decided to let him go by himself. Had a change of heart.
You don't sound very happy about that.
You're a very perceptive guy.
Well, you know what they say. The door closes, God opens the window.
I often wondered if they know what they were talking about.
Thank you.
What's that?
Oh, it's Dubonnet. I used to drink a lot of it, but, well, I lost my taste for it. I thought I'd try it again.
What do you think?
I was misguided.
You know, I think maybe we both need to have a change in drink. Want to switch? Try my stinger.
By all means.
Every time I see a stinger, I remember Duncan putting my engagement ring in one of them. Quelle surprise pour moi. Little did I know the other surprises he'd have in store for me down the road. Well, at least this isn't green.
Well?
I don't know. How about you?
And I'd like to get together with you and prepare for the trial.
Okay. You know, I just keep wishing that Hal would come up with something to clear me so we wouldn't have to go through all that.
So I take it you haven't heard from him yet?
No, not yet, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. You know, I think that if he can just find out who was driving that red car, we'll find out who killed Link.
But we can't count on that, and jury selection starts next week.
Eduardo, Lisa tells me you're taking care of Kingsley Malta business here while Damien is recuperating in Malta.
That's right.
Interesting.
What is?
Only that you're the only one so far that seems to have profited from Lily's kidnapping.
And what exactly are you implying by that?
That you know more than you told the police or Damien, and I intend to prove it. Oh. And then Lisa and Lucinda will know just what kind of man you are.
Of course, that prompts one to ask what kind of man you are, doesn't it? Have a look. I have nothing to hide. Lucinda.
Good evening.
I've just been speaking with Damon earlier.
Yes?
And he and Lily are very happily settled in the family villa.
But how's he feeling?
Oh, as well as can be expected.
okay.
Nice to see him about.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. This is the Falcon Club, huh?
Yes, it is. I wish you could see it when your sister is singing here. But I hope you'll enjoy it anyway, with her being away. You might want to try the game.
Oh, thank you, but I don't gamble.
Hey, darling, I said it was decadent, but it's fun, so loosen up. Look who's here. Samantha Royce. Should we ask them to have dinner with us?
You know, looks like they're discussing something.
Oh, but maybe you should ask them. Yeah? No?
Fine, okay, fine. I'll ask. I'll join you later.
Back to the wall.
So, spoke with Ramon today.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't seem nearly as enthusiastic as you made him out to be.
Nonsense. He's extremely enthusiastic, darling, or else he hasn't got his thinking cap on straight. He doesn't realize it through you, all the wonderful things that could happen to Montega. No?
Samantha doesn't look happy.
Lucinda asked me to invite you both to join us for dinner.
Is this a command performance?
No, she knows better than to try that with either of you, but you would be welcome.
Well, actually, we have a lot that we'd like to talk over, but thank you. Maybe we'll join you later.
They said thanks, but they have, maybe they'll join us later. They have a lot to talk over.
What about?
I don't know. Do you want me to go back and ask?
Kind of glad that Debbie Simon wasn't home. I would have lost you for the whole evening.
I would have come back.
I know, but I would have missed you.
And worried.
I try not to do that. I know you don't like it.
No, I don't like it when you worry. Julie.
Hmm.
Well, at least you're dressed. Sort of dressed. Yes, go ahead.
Woo, thank
Look
you.
at you.
Don't I look fabulous? I'm sorry I'm late. I was over at Seth and Angels with Emma. Then I had to come back here and change.
How's Emma doing?
You know, she's still in shock that Ned's gone, but I'm glad she's with Seth and Angel because they're taking care of all the arrangements for tomorrow.
I feel so sorry for Emma. I was just talking to her a couple weeks ago about the wedding. She was so happy.
Julie, Debbie Simon wasn't over at Seth's by any chance, was she?
No. Her mother came by just as I was leaving. She said Debbie wasn't feeling well, so she was going to stay back at the apartment.
Debbie's at her mother's apartment?
Yeah.
Great. I've been trying to reach her over at Ned's. Where does her mother live, do you know?
I think in the East 50s.
It's,
Why?
Valerie Simon, right?
Yeah.
Great. I've been trying to reach Debbie for weeks to talk to her about the Lafferty case. I think she may know something that may help clear Connor.
We all know granola's great tasting, but there's another side to it. Fat. That's why today's granola fans go for this. Kellogg's low-fat granola. See, it's loaded with flavor. Big clumps of whole grain, brown sugar, and almonds. Clumps of sweet raisins and cinnamon. So today's granola fans get the taste they love and just half the fat of granola. Kellogg's low-fat granola. For today's granola fans, today's granola. Great taste, half the fat.
So I get a thirst for a burst of flavor when, whoa, it's new, it's blue, Alpine Mint Carefree. Let's see. Boom! It's an avalanche of bursting Alpine taste. 100 exploding yodelers burst behind my face. From burst to last, think new Alpine Mint Carefree, bursting with flavor.
Would you use a deodorant soap on parts like these? You would if it's Lever 2000, because Lever 2000's got the most effective skincare ingredients you can get in a deodorant soap. Lever 2000. It's best for your skin and all your 2,000 parts.
Hanging out with him and his creepy friends tonight. I was so glad I could tell him I was going out to dinner with you and Hal.
Thank you. Julie, I just don't understand why you don't find another agent if you feel this way about Ron.
Well, unfortunately, the guy's got clout in the business, and he keeps me working. And Caleb and I can certainly use the money, especially since he's on suspension.
No answer?
No, just Valerie's machine. You sure she said Debbie was there?
Mm-hmm. She probably just isn't picking up.
I'm going.
What about dinner?
No, Swan, I'm sorry. You're going to have to go without me. Look, I've been trying to reach Debbie for weeks. At least now I know where she is. It may be the only chance I get, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I won't be long. I'm mad about you. Bye.
Bye, Hal.
It's really into his work.
Yes, he certainly has. A lot more police work on his mind than the BRO summer one.
So what's the story? Is he back on the police force for good, or what?
But you, Tom. Tom Hughes has reopened the Lafferty case, and Hal is just determined to prove that Connor is innocent.
Barbara, I know you want Hal out of police work, but you should be proud of him. You know, Caleb says he's the best.
I am very proud of Hal. I just think he has risked his life enough for the good people of Oakdale.
Well, where would you like to go to dinner tonight?
If you don't mind, I think that maybe we'll order in tonight, okay?
Fine. As a matter of fact, I've got nothing right here. Thank you. All righty. Let's see. Lobster, medallion of veal. Well, this looks pretty good. Actually, this will be fun. We're always working so hard on the shows or the shoots. We never really get a chance to talk, you know? This will be great. This will give us a chance to get to know each other.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that Debbie won't be at the memorial service tomorrow.
So am I. But her doctor feels she's not strong enough to leave the hospital. Never mind being able to cope with all the emotions that would come up hearing people talk about her father.
What are we going to tell everyone when they ask where she is? Why not just tell them the truth?
No. She doesn't want anyone to know that she had to be hospitalized again. And I know Ned would want us to respect that. I'm just going to say that she's not feeling well.
Whatever you think is best, Valerie. I just really wish she were well enough to be there. I mean, I think it might help her to be able to say goodbye to her dad.
There are going to be a lot of people there who could tell her how much her dad loved her.
Well, fortunately, Ned himself was able to assure her of that in a letter he wrote. It was postmarked on the day he went into the hospital. So he must have written it right before he got sick.
Can I help her?
First, can I ask you a question about what happened with Julie?
Yeah?
Well, was it just a kiss? Was that all that it was?
Well, of course. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it must have been something if it made her so upset that she never wanted to see you again.
Well, I wasn't out of control, if that's what you think.
Guess I can't blame you for wondering, but... You believe me?
I do.
What a hell of a spot I'm in. Part Roger, part Dooley, and part old uptight Royce.
Somehow none of it adds up to a guy who can handle himself with women.
Look, Royce, you just made a mistake with Julie, okay? You misread her signals. That's it. Don't make it to be anything more than it is. Anybody can do that. Believe me.
I'm surprised you wanted to come here tonight.
Well, I thought that getting out would do us both good. Besides, I didn't want Mother picking up on any more than she already has.
I'm sorry I got so upset about the phone call from Ramon. It's not about the kids. I started to panic.
I'm sorry.
I remember how upset I was when my parents split up, and I swore I'd never do that to my kids. And now here I am.
We won't let that happen. We can't.
Eduardo, I want to consult you about something and ask a favor of you, if I might.
Excuse me, Lucinda. Eduardo, there's a customer at the roulette table wants us to take an IOU. You want to talk to him?
Lamar, Damien always trusted your judgment, and so shall I.
You know, maybe. Could you come by the house when you're finished and all that, have a drink with me? Because it's something I need your help with, and I'd like to talk to you about it.
Of course. For now, shall we try a look at the tables?
Why not? Hey, I might be lucky there.
Oh, my heavens. Out reveling in your last days of freedom.
She did not kill Lafferty, and she is not going to prison. And you have never been very good at predicting the future anyway.
I was right on when I said you and Lily didn't have one.
I would really love to tell her the truth.
Well, just watch your back with her. She sent Kirk to Tokyo because she thought he was spending too much time with me.
Sierra? Sierra, I recognize you from your pictures.
You know, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go say hello to some people, and you guys can chat.
Fulton, I was with Lily when Damien's mother changed the plans for Malta. And she left you a message. Did you get it?
So you know what she intends to do.
Well, we talked. But hold on, I'm not taking sides. I want what I've always wanted. For my little sister to be happy.
Well, that's what I want for her, too. So, you gonna be sticking around in Oakdale?
I think if you try to let her, no risk, no gain, as your American say, huh?
Lucinda?
That way, have some. Take
That's great. No, listen, actually, I want to talk to you about Sierra, please.
Oh. Here?
You almost sent her packing tonight. She didn't appreciate the phone call to Ramon. You've got to learn to let go and stop trying to control her life.
I was just trying to be helpful.
Well, you can help her all the way back to Montega. If you don't watch it, please. Please.
For a minute.
Hey,
Hey,
Greg?
Lucinda, gambling again?
Yes, and look, I'm winning.
Listen, we wanted to say thanks again for that beautiful song. That was my pleasure. Bonnie is a delight, and all the kids. It was a nice
It
party.
was a great party. Tonight, I'm flying to Santo Domingo.
Good. Good. Oh, but I'm sorry my jet is not back from Japan.
No, listen, that was a commercial flight. Thank you.
Come on, I wanted to talk to you. I want to talk to you about the foundations for Sierra.
Oh, well, I'll be around. I've decided not to go now that Shannon has let Duncan handle the whole thing.
Oh, I went out to the castle and saw the plaque marking the spot where I accepted Duncan's proposal. Now it seems the Scotsman has gotten on with his life, and the Irish lady should do the same thing.
I thought you felt Duncan would change his mind if you both went to the Dominican Republic together.
No, not anymore.
Have you stopped loving him?
No. And I never will. But I can't force him to choose me over Jessica. What?
was just thinking, I once loved someone as you loved Duncan. She died many years ago, but I never, ever could love another woman as much. For some of us, there is only one great love. I just hope you haven't changed your mind too soon.
Eduardo, Sergio wants to see you, huh? Hi. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Thank you for signing the papers.
No problem. So when are you going to the Dominican Republic and making it official?
Tonight.
Tonight?
As a matter of fact, I've got a flight at 10:15. We better be going.
Yeah, we should. Good night.
Right. Safe trip, Duncan.
Once in a while, a breakthrough comes along, like a flat latex wall paint that holds up against stains. New Everclean, only from Sherwin-Williams. We'll take tough stains like grease, red wine, tea, grape juice, coffee, mustard, and let them set overnight. Everclean is the flat latex wall paint with a finish so smooth stains don't stick. Stains don't stand a chance with new Everclean.
Ned's apartment yet?
Well, I can't afford to keep it. Debbie's going to have to move in with me when she gets out of the hospital.
Valerie, if you'd like some help packing up Ned's things, I'd be glad to.
Oh, thank you, Angel. Oh, and Emma, if there's any of his things that you'd like to keep, you can have come.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, Ned wrote about you in the letter to Debbie. Yeah, he talked about how happy you had made him and how you both wanted her to come and live with you when she got better.
I'm very glad that Debbie has that letter.
It was a very sweet letter, just like Ned. Yeah. There were, however, some things that I didn't really understand.
Like what?
Well, he said that he had to do something that was very difficult, something that he didn't want to do. I wonder, I mean, could you tell me, do you have any idea what he meant?
No, I don't. Well, I knew from time to time there was something that seemed to be bothering him. Every time I questioned him about it, he said that he was concerned about Debbie.
Yeah.
Just that.
And Debbie didn't know what he was referring to?
No. And there was another thing I didn't understand. That sometimes parents make the wrong choices for the right reasons, and he only hoped that Debbie would find it in her heart to forgive him.
Forgive him? For what?
He didn't say.
Oh, I can't wait for Caitlin to get back. I miss him so much. And it seems as though some guys just can't wait for him to be out of the way so they can start hitting on me.
You mean like Ron Gillette?
Yeah. And one other.
You have to learn to stay away from men like that.
Oh, Barbara. I'm trying. I really am.
Well, I wonder what has happened to my husband.
Well, he's probably talking with Debbie.
Would you like some fruit?
Oh, Barbara, let's live it up. Let's call room service and order a hot fudge sundae with 2 spoons.
Excuse me, may I remind you that tomorrow you have to fit into some very slinky gowns?
Right.
You're back. What took you so long?
Well, nobody was over at Valerie's. I talked to the doorman, but he'd just come on duty. He hadn't seen either one of them, so I hung around for a while, and I didn't see either one of them either. And
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
so I figured that Debbie must have gone back to Ned's. So I'm going over there.
What? What are you doing?
I'm sorry. Look, I'll be back as soon as I possibly can. And, can I borrow these?
What for?
I'll explain later.
I'm rethinking the hot fudge sundae. Let's get 2.
I'm sorry, darling. darling. I mean, if you're really upset because I've mixed into Montagan politics, I called Ramon because I know Ramon, and I thought that maybe he could help set up some sort of foundation.
Mother, I don't want to hear another word about a foundation.
Look, you could have your cake and eat it, too. You could help Montega, and you could still be up here with your husband and your children.
Mother, I am fully capable of working out a relationship with Craig. Without your help. I'm tired.
Yeah, actually, I was just about to suggest we go to bed. Thank you so much for dinner.
Good night, darling.
Eduardo, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
That's it. Well, what was it you wanted to ask me?
I'm very worried about that child. I really am. And I have to think of some way to make her stay here. I need your help.
I'm sorry, the answer is no.
You to join us again Monday for As the World Turns.